children. So today we'll solve the exercise number 1.1. In last class what we studied? We studied the addition properties of integers as well as the subtraction properties of integers. Already we studied in our last class. Okay, only two properties holds good for the subtraction. Which are those? That are the closure property as well as the next one is which one? That is identity. Okay, identity as well as the only closure property satisfied, and after that for addition all the 5 properties satisfied, right? So today we'll solve the exercise number 1.1. Okay, 1.1. In that, in the last class only I told first main, right? Write a pair of integers whose sum is a negative integer as well as the minus 8 and a positive integer 12, 0, an integer smaller than the both integers, an integer greater than both the integers, an integer smaller than only one of the integers. Like that you have to write the pair sum. Okay, so I solved as already first main. Okay, I am not going to solve again that one. Okay, so otherwise your syllabus will not complete. Okay, so you have to think and you have to do it in your home. Okay, so if you are not getting the answer, and please call and clarify with your doubts. Okay, at any time up to from the 9:30 to 4 o'clock I am available in a school only. So if you want to come to school then you can come. Otherwise you can, if you want to call then call and clarify your doubts. Okay. So we'll move to the second main, that is write a pair of integers whose difference gives. Same. In a first main they told write a pair of integer whose sum is. Then you have to add the two integers and answer must be what they given, no? So that is your must be answer like that they given. In second main what is they given here? Write a pair of integers. Write a pair of integers. Write a pair of integers whose difference is. Whose difference is. Okay, whose difference is nothing but a what here? It is a subtraction. Okay, difference is nothing but a subtraction. First thing they given here, that is a negative integer. A negative integer. Okay, so here I will write here, see. They told subtraction, right? There is a difference. So I am putting a minus sign. Okay. So it is equal to some value that also have the negative sign, because they asked negative integer. The answer should be negative integer. The answer should be negative integer. So that's why I am putting a negative sign here. Okay. So select two numbers which the difference of those two numbers will give the negative number. Select two numbers whose difference gives that negative number only. Okay, take any numbers. If you want, you can take any numbers. Okay, so here 3 and 5. 3 minus 5. See, 3 minus 5. Okay, so here 3 minus 5 means it is nothing but a difference, and we are subtracting the values here. So 3 minus 5 is, what is the answer? 2. Right? And again the sign of the bigger number is negative. That's why I am putting a sign here minus. Getting my point, everyone? See, the sign of, you have to subtract the value, but you have to put the sign of bigger number. Which is a bigger number here? Obviously 5 is a bigger number. So that means that is a negative number. But here they didn't mention means these are all a positive. So here also 3. 3 does not contain any sign here. It means it is a positive value. Means it is a plus 3 like that. Okay. So here 3 minus 5. That is minus 2. Right. We have to subtract the value, but the answer should be a negative integer. What they told me? It should be a negative integer. It should be a negative integer. So we got a negative integer here. Integers means it has both the positive value as well as the negative values. But here we want a negative integer. That's why I am taking the here 3 and 5, and difference between those two is a minus 2. We got a negative integer. This is our answer. Take any numbers. If you want to take any number, you can take. Okay. So it's not a restricted here. Only 3 and 5 are the not answers. You can take any number, but the answer should be a negative integer. Okay. The answer should be a negative integer. So this is the first problem. Next we'll move to the next question, that is minus 9 we want. We want here, second one is a minus 9. The answer should be a minus 9 here. Again, I'll write here, this is a minus 9. Okay. So the answer should be a here minus 9. What numbers I have to take here? Which numbers I have to take here? Which numbers I have to take here? So please think, okay? Otherwise you will not understand anything. We concentrate here please, and after that you have to think yourself. If you are not thinking means you will not get any answer. Please think and write. Okay. So the answer should be here minus 9, but we want here two numbers. What are those two numbers? The difference between those two numbers must be a minus 9. What numbers I have to take here? That is I can take 11 minus 20. What is the difference between 11 and minus 20? Obviously it is a minus 9. 20 minus 11 is a 9, but here is a sign of a greater number is minus, so that's why I am putting a sign as a minus. So minus 9 is the answer. Like that we have to do. Getting everyone? Okay, next question they given here, a positive integer. They want a positive integer. Third one is positive. Okay, a positive integer. Positive integer means how you take a positive integer. The difference between those two numbers must be a positive integer. Just reverse this numbers. Okay, so that is a 5 minus 3 is 2, right? 5 minus 3 is 2. 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 is a positive integer. Only that is the answer. Okay. If you want to take other numbers, you can take. Okay. It doesn't matter. But only thing is the answer should be a positive integer. Next thing is a 2. We want a 2 as the answer. Fourth one. Fourth one, we want answer as a 2 here. We have to write a 2 numbers, and difference between those two numbers must be a 2. Difference between those two numbers must be a 2. Same, 5 minus 3 is a 2, and again take off 15 minus 13 is also 2. Okay, 15 minus 13 is also 2. Take any numbers, but the difference must be 2. That is the thing. Next one is a 0. 0. Fifth one is a 0. They want 0 as the answer. That is nothing but a 1 minus 1 and 12 minus 12. All are 0, right? Any number take. Any number you can take. Okay, so that is the answer. Next one is an integer smaller than both the integers. An integer smaller than both the integers. This is the example, best example. See here. An integer smaller than both the integers. Okay, it is smaller than both the integers. Right. Again, and next one they given here, an integer greater than only one of the integer. An integer greater than the only one of the integer. Sorry, this is the example for last one. An integer greater than only one of the integer. One number ಗಿಂತ ಮಾತ್ರ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಆ integer. So here minus 20 is a less than minus 9, right? So it is a only greater than this number, not this number. So for last one, this is the example, and again for a sixth one, an integer smaller than both the integers. An integer smaller than both the integer. That is nothing but a what here? This one we can take here. Okay, so that is the example for that one. Okay, so I hope everyone are understanding. Next we'll move to the third question, that is a fill in the blanks so that the following statements becomes a true. The following statements becomes a true. So everyone open your HW and do all the problems with me only. While I am writing on the board, you have to do it in your HW. Then only you will get a clear in that all the topics. Otherwise, only seeing the video will not get a clear. Okay? It is a mathematics subject. So you have to take a pen as well as a notebook. Otherwise, you will not understand anything. Getting my point? Okay? So next we will move to the third main, that is the fill in the blanks. I hope everyone have a textbook. If you are not having textbook, then you will not understand anything. So please come to school and take your textbooks. Okay. So third main is fill in the blanks. Fill in the blanks. And they told following statements become a true. So that the following statements become a true, like that they told. See here, first one, 3 plus dash is equal to 0. First one is 3 plus dash is equal to 0. What we have to fill here? We want a 0 as the answer, and what we have to fill here? This is a what here? Inverse property. It is an inverse property, additive inverse. Because here is addition symbol is there, right? So it is a additive property, additive inverse property. Additive inverse, what it will say? If A is an integer, then minus A is the inverse of that element. So here 3 is an integer, and what is the additive inverse of 3 here? Minus 3. Minus 3. So the answer is 0. In bracket, you have to write the property, that is a additive inverse. Okay, the answer should be like this only. You have to mention which property you are going to use here. Okay, so next one is a second one. Second one, they given here minus 2, and next plus minus 7 is equal to minus 7 plus, you have to fill the value here. Which value you are going to fill here? Minus 2 plus minus 7. Minus 7 plus dash. Minus 2 plus minus 7 and minus 7 plus dash. Which value you are going to fill here? Which property it is? Which property it is? Think and write in your notebook. Everyone I am saying, okay? Think and write in your notebook. That is nothing but here minus 2. And it is a which property it is? Commutative property. Commutative property. Okay? It is nothing but additive commutative. Okay? In addition, that is a commutative property. Because here addition symbol is there, right? Okay? If it is a what? In subtraction it will not come, but here is a multiplication, then it is a multiplicative commutative property. Okay, but here we are discussing about only addition, so it is a commutative property in addition only. Okay, so next one, third one is a third problem they given here. 8 plus minus 8 is equal to what? They ask here 0, because it's a inverse. Inverse, right? See here, 8 plus minus 8. Minus 8 It is the inverse of 8. Then what is the answer? Obviously it is a 0. Okay. So next we'll move to the next question, that is the fourth one. Fourth one is a minus 51 plus dash is equal to minus 50. What we are going to add here? 0. Because it is an identity element. Identity element. Because here is also minus 51 is there, and again answer also a minus 51 is there. So what is the meaning of this? This is an identity element, right? Okay. So we are getting the same number. Then what we have to add here? Identity element. What is the additive identity element? It is a 0. Always keep it in your mind. What is the additive identity element? If anyone asks for you, then you have to tell additive identity is always 0. And multiplicative identity is always 1. And additive identity is always 0. Okay. So next we move to the next question. That is the fifth one. 3 plus minus 7. Here plus 8 will complete the bracket. Next one, 3 plus some bracket they given here, and after the completion of the square bracket and 8. Which value is missing here? See, 3 here minus 7 plus 8 is there. 3 minus 7 plus 8 here. But here 3 some value is missing and plus 8. 3 and 8 are there. Which value is missing? Minus 7. Right, minus 7. And which property it is? Associative property. Associative property it is. See here, 3 plus minus 7 plus 8 and again 3 minus 7 here. Okay. So next one is here 8. So which property it is? A plus B and plus C, and again A plus whole bracket B plus C. Like that they given here. So that is nothing but a associative property. Okay. So next we'll move to the next question, that is a sixth one. Sixth one is a 3 plus in the bracket minus 8 and plus dash they given here. Next 3 plus in the bracket minus 8 plus 7. Okay. So here 3 minus 8 and the value is some one value is here missing, and again 3 plus minus 8 plus 7 they given like this, right? So which value is missing here? 3 and minus 8 are there. Here also 3 and minus 8 are there. Which value is missing? 7 is missing. So write here 7. So which property it is? Same. Which property it is? Associative property. It is a associative Okay, so it is a associative property. See here, first one is the additive inverse property, second one is the commutative property because the values are exchanging, so that's why it is called as the commutative property. Next one is the inverse because the value is answer is here 0, then the minus 8 will be the inverse value of 8. Okay. So next identity, because the answer is minus 51 only, so that's why we are adding only 0 for that. If we add another number, then we will not get the minus 51 as the answer, right? So the value will be changed if you are adding the other numbers. That's why we have to add only 0. That is nothing but the identity element. That is the additive identity element. That is the 0 value. Okay. So next one is the again here 3 numbers are there, first 2 numbers and after 1 number, and after 2 numbers first again 1 number will excluded. So like that they do here. So this is nothing but the associative property. So the last one also associative property. Like that with reason you have to write the answers. Even in an exam also you have to mention the reason. Then only the teachers will get to know that you have an idea about all the properties. teachers will not understand whether the boy is written his own mind or whether he copied from another one, like that they will think. So that's why you have to mention with the reasons. Whatever the step you have written for the in mathematics, you have to give the reason in the bracket. Okay, if you have written a reason in the bracket, then you are a true mathematician. Then only you can, we think, then only the guy or who written all the answers, they have studied very well. Otherwise, they were not studied at all. They copied from the another one. That type will think in. That type of a thoughts comes in a teacher's mind. So please be thorough with all the topics. Okay, whatever we are going to tell in the all the classes, just go through that. Only that much is enough for you. Okay, whatever the things I am telling in a class, right? Only that much you can remember. Okay, it will help for whole life. It will come for even a degree also. So please be thorough with all the properties. Don't forget all the properties here. And again have to mention here all the reasons. That's your duty. Okay, if you are writing only answers means will not give any marks for you. Please keep it in that mind. You have to mention all the reasons here. Okay. So next we'll move to the next question, that is the fourth one. What the given, with the help of a suitable example, show that a subtraction is non-commutative and non-associative for integers. Even when I am discussing the properties of a subtraction, means subtraction properties of integers, that time only I already given an example of a non-commutative as well as the non-associative, and once again I am going to tell that examples, so please be concentrate here. Okay, fourth question, that is in the subtraction properties of integers, only three properties holds good. Which are those? That are the subtraction identity as well as the inverse under the subtraction as well as the closure property. Only three properties satisfied in a which? That is the subtraction. Okay. So fourth main is prove that or show that. Okay. So show that subtraction is a non-commutative and non-associative. Okay, with the example. You have to give an example and prove that. Okay. So we'll do now. That is the first thing is it is a non-commutative. Non-commutative is nothing but what here? The commutative property does not hold good for the subtraction. Means commutative property not satisfied for the subtraction. Okay. So take any two integers that are, I am taking a 5 and 7. Example I am taking. Take any two integers. If you want, you can take any number. Okay. So 5 and 7. Subtraction means what here? Commutative means A minus B is equal to B minus A. It must be whole. Then only we can say that is a commutative, right? So first take the A minus B. That is a 5 minus 7 is minus 2. And again 7 minus 5 is 2. Here 2 is not equal to minus 2. Therefore A minus B is not equal to B minus A, which is implies that is a non-commutative. Getting my point? See here. Everyone see here. 5 and 7 are I am taking as examples. Okay, take any two numbers and that two numbers must be integers. Okay, so 5 and 7 are also integers. Take two numbers that is a minus b is equal to b minus a. Okay, if this condition satisfied, then only we can say that is a commutative. But here we'll check. Okay, so first do the a minus b, that is a 5 minus 7. You will get a minus 2 as the answer. Next b minus a, that is a 7 minus 5. The answer is 2. So here 2 is not equal to minus 2, right? So a minus b is not equal to b minus a. This symbol is nothing but a therefore. This is called as the therefore. Okay, therefore, and this is called as the implies. This is called as the implies. Okay, so implies means this step implies, like that. Means this meaning we are writing. When the meaning of this below step we are writing, that time we can use this symbol. That means this implies it is a non-commutative. Okay, so next we will prove the non-associative. Non-associative here. Non-associative. Take again 2 or 3 example here. So that are 3, 4 and 5. I am taking 3, 4 and 5. Any 3 numbers you can take. Okay. So what is the formula here? A minus b minus c is equal to a minus b and minus c. So this must be satisfied. We will do now first LHS. LHS. Okay. That is a minus b, b minus c. A minus a is here. This is a, b, c. Okay. Or exchange the values. You can, if you want to exchange the values, you can. Okay. So here a is 3 minus b is 4, c is 5. Okay. So what is the answer? 3 minus here. It is a minus 1 and minus into minus plus, that is a 3 plus 1, that is a 4. So this is the LHS answer. Now we will do the RHS. RHS is what here? A minus b and minus c. That is a is 3, b is 4 and minus c is 5. Okay. So here minus 1 and minus 5. What is the answer? Minus 6. Whether the LHS and RHS are same? Whether the LHS and RHS are same? No. So here, where I have to write here? Okay, I'll write here. Or else I can write like here. Okay, observe everyone. Here I am going to write here all that answer. Okay. So LHS is not equal to RHS. That means, which is implies a minus b minus c is not equal to a minus b and minus c, which is implies that non-associative. It is a non-associative value. So in a subtraction of integers, a commutative as well as the associative property will not hold satisfied. It will not hold good for the subtraction. Under a subtraction, the commutative as well as the associative property will fail here. Okay, it fails to satisfy for the integers under a subtraction. Okay, it is not for addition. Only for a subtraction, the commutative as well as the associative property fail to satisfy. That's why the subtraction in subtraction there will be a non-commutative as well as the non-associative is there, because I given here an example as well as I proved on the board only. Okay, so here in a subtraction non-commutative. Non means what? It is not, like that. Okay, non-commutative and non-associative. Okay, I hope everyone are understood the concept up to 1.1 we solved already today. Okay, please everyone do that 1.1 in a HW. Okay, solve everyone 1.1 in a HW. And next, in the next class, we will discuss about the multiplication as well as the division. That are the integers here. Sorry, properties again they given here. Multiplication properties as well as the division properties of integers. And after that they given a how to multiply with the negative integers. Like that they given. I will give the sign convention. If you get the sign convention, then it is a very easy to multiply. just the thing is same. We have to multiply the two numbers same as before we are doing, but the only difference is sign. Only sign. If you thorough with the sign, then it is again same multiplication, the process. Nothing will change here. Okay. So we'll discuss all the properties in the next class. Up to that much, we have to up to till that you have to be safe in your home and don't go outside. Okay. So we'll meet in the next class. Thank you everyone.